Hi guys! Welcome back to another vlog. So sa vlog na ito, isi-share ko naman sa inyo kung paano nga ba mag-fill out ng Korean visa application form. So if you want to know more, please keep on watching. I know marami sa inyo guys ang nagpaplanong mag-apply ng Korean visa dahil mag-autumn na at mag-winter na and napakasarap pumunta ng South Korea guys ng mga ganyang panahon dahil ang ganda-ganda talaga sa South Korea pag autumn and winter. So, naisip ko guys gumawa ng vlog na to kasi baka marami din sa inyo ang hindi pa marunong mag-fill out ng visa application form. Kasi na-share ko na sa inyo paano mag-apply ng visa, pupunta sa KVAC, ano yung mga process, gaano siya katagal, kailan mo makuha. Pero hindi ko pa napapakita sa inyo kung paano ba talaga fill outan yung visa application form. So, number 1 guys, punta kayo sa website ng Korean Embassy. Pwede kayo mag-search sa Google ng Korean visa application form. Tapos, lalabas dito guys yung sa MOFA or overseas.mofa.go.kr. I-click nyo lang yung link na yan, tapos dadalhin niya kayo sa website nila, no? Sa Overseas MOFA. Tapos, makikita nyo dyan yung revised visa application form updated February 7, 2022. So, i-download nyo lang guys yung doc na file dito sa website. So, pagka-download nyo ng doc na file, ito yung lalabas, i-share natin sa screen. So, visa application form do. So, dito muna tayo sa page 1. Number 1 is yung personal details. Lalagay mo yung family name mo, given name, tapos yung 1.2 NA ang nilalagay ko dito, tapos yung sex mo, kung male or female, date of birth, nationality, country of birth, tapos national identity number. So, yung 1.7 na national identity number, NA lang ang nilalagay ko dyan. Next, 1.8, has the applicant ever used any other names to enter or depart Korea? Kung wala ka namang ginamit na ibang pangalan, i-check mo lang yung no, tapos NA mo yung family name, NA mo yung given name. Next, 1.9, is the applicant a citizen of more than one country? In my case, hindi. So, no. Tapos, sa baba na if yes, please write the countries, NA lang ang nilagay ko. Next, number 2, details of visa application. 2.1, period of stay. Ang chine-check ko dito ay stay less than 90 days. Pero, kung long term, check nyo yung taas. Pero, kung tourist lang na ilang days lang, less than 90 days. Tapos, 2.2, sa status of stay, ang nilalagay ko dyan ay C39 tourist. Tapos, itong sa baba na for official use only, wala na kayong gagalawin dyan. So, next page tayo. Page 2, passport information. Ang passport type is regular. Tapos, passport number, country of passport, place of issue. In my case, DFA NCR West ang place of issue of my passport. Makikita nyo naman yan sa passport bio page ninyo. Date of issue and date of expiry, nandun din yan sa bio page. 3.7, does the applicant have any other valid passports? Kung meron, check nyo yung yes. Kung wala, i-check nyo yung no. Passport type, wala kong nilagay dyan. Sa letter B, in-NA ko lang yung passport number, country of passport, and date of expiry. Next, contact information, home country address of the applicant. Lagay nyo lang yung full address nyo dito. Current residential address. Please write the current address if different from above. Nilagay ko NA. Next, cellphone number, tapos email. Emergency contact information. Andyan yung full name in English, country of residence, telephone number. In my case, nilagay ko yung cellphone number, tapos yung relationship to the applicant. Nilagay ko dito si Papang. So, parent yung nilagay kong relationship. Next, marital status and family details, married, divorced, or single. In my case, single yung naka-check. Tapos, personal information of the applicant spouse. Siyempre, ina-NA ko yan dahil single nga. Ina-NA ko siya lahat. Tapos, does the applicant have children? No. And then, number 6, education. What is the highest degree or level of education the applicant has completed? In my case, bachelor's degree. So, chinek ko siya. Tapos, ilagay ko yung name of school. Tapos, location of school. Number 7, employment. Current personal circumstances. So, ang chinek ko dito is employed. Pero, depende sa inyo guys kung civil servant ba kayo, unemployed, entrepreneur, student, etc. 7.2, employment details. Nilagay ko yung name ng company, anong position ko, address of the company, tapos yung telephone number. Number 8, details of visit, purpose of visit to Korea. Ang nilagay ko dito guys ay tourism transit. Ito yung chinek ko. Pero depende sa inyo kung business trip, meeting or conference, mag-aaral ba kayo, or gonna visit relatives or friends, depende. Pero kung tourism transit ang i-check ninyo. Tapos, intended period of stay. Ilalagay nyo dito kung ilang araw nyo planong magstay sa Korea. In my case, 5 days nilagay ko. Tapos, kailangan nyo rin maglagay ng intended date of entry. Itong intended date of entry doesn't necessarily mean na ito yung date na papasok ka ng Korea. Ito lang yung intended date mo. Siguro dito sila magbe-base kung aabot ba yung visa na ibibigay sa'yo, no? Kaya, nilalagay ito. Pero kung sure naman na yung travel dates niyo, di okay na kung ano yung intended date of entry ninyo is yung talaga yung travel date nyo. Tapos, address in Korea, including hotels, ang nilagay ko dito is yung address nung K-Stay Guest House Myeongdong. So, kung wala pa kayong hotel, guys, maghanap lang kayo sa mga third-party websites or sa mga website mismo ng mga hotels sa Korea. Kunin nyo yung address and kunin nyo yung contact number. Kasi, ibig sabihin, dinedeclare mo sa Korean Embassy na dito ka magsistay if sakaling ma-approve yung visa mo. 8.6, has the applicant traveled to Korea in the last 5 years? So, lalagay mo yes kung nakapag-travel ka na, tapos lalagay mo yung purpose of visit, tapos period of stay. In my case, nakapag-travel na ako guys ng isa, no? So, nilagay ko, nakapag-travel na ako ng isa. Tapos, nilagay kong purpose of visit is tourism, tapos yung period of stay. 8.7, has the applicant traveled outside his or her country of residence, excluding to Korea in the last 5 years? So, yes guys, naglagay lang ako ng 5 countries na napuntahan ko in the last 5 years. Although, more than 5 na yung napuntahan natin, pero nilagay ko yung 5 pinaka-recent. Japan, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Thailand, and UAE. Tapos, purpose of visit is tourism. Tapos, ilagay ko yung mga period of stay ko dito. Dito guys, mag-iingat kayo ha. Kasi, kung mamali kayo dito ng period of stay at hindi siya magtugma sa mga tatak sa passport, baka mag-cause ng denial. So, ingatan nyo. 8.8, does the applicant have any family members staying in Korea? In my case, no. Kaya no ang check ko. Tapos, in-NA ko yung mga full name, date of birth, nationality, and relationship to the applicant. Next, 8.9, is the applicant traveling to Korea with any family members? Since ako, mag-isa lang, so no ang chinek ko, tapos NA. Pero kung magta-travel kayo with your family members, yes nyo to, tapos lagay nyo yung mga pangalan, birth date, nationality, tapos yung relationship nyo doon sa family members na kasama ninyo. Number 9, details of invitation. Is there anyone inviting the applicant for the visa? So sa akin, wala naman. So ang nilagay ko is no, tapos name of inviting person is NA, date of birth is NA, relationship to the applicant is NA, address is NA, phone number NA. Number 10, funding details. Estimated travel cost, nilagay ko ay $800 USD. Ang sabi dito guys, parang at least $100 to $200 US per day, no? So, bahala na kayo sa budget ninyo. Who will pay for the applicant's travel-related expenses? Letter A, sinagot ko myself. Tapos, letter B, relationship to the applicant, NA, kasi ako naman yon. Letter C, type of support is financial support. Tapos, contact number, nilagay ko yung contact number. Number 11, assistance with this form. Did the applicant receive assistance in completing this form? Tapos, chinek ko lang yung no. And then, in-NA ko na yung mga details ng full name, date of birth, telephone number, relationship to the applicant. Tapos, yung last page naman is page 5. Notice na lang to. Sa number 12, declaration, ilalagay nyo yung date, yung pangalan ninyo. Tapos, pipirmahan nyo na lang ito. So, that's it guys. Ganito mag-fill out ng Korean visa application form. By the way, ang ginamit ko palang font dito is Arial. Tapos, ang size ay 14. Para basang-basa talaga, no? And, ang alam ko, hindi na pwedeng handwritten kapag magpapasa kayo ng application form sa embassy. Kailangan computerized na siya. So, that's it guys. Ganito mag-fill out ng Korean visa application form. Sana nakakuha kayo ng mahalagang information dito. Ano yung mga ilalagay ninyo sa mga application forms ninyo. Again, magdedepende talaga yan sa mga circumstances natin. O kung employed kayo, kung hindi, or kung nakatravel na kayo sa ibang countries, have you been to Korea in the last 5 years? So, depende yan. Huwag nyo naman gayahin lahat ng mga sinagot ko dito guys, kasi baka mamaya hindi yun nag-a-apply sa inyo. So, it doesn't necessarily mean na ganito ang application ko. Magiging ganito rin yung magiging laman ng application ninyo. Although, yung iba dito, pwede nyo gayahin, like yung mga NA, pero yung mga personal details, syempre, details yun na yung ilalagay ninyo. So, yun guys, sana nakakuha kayo ng mahalagang information dito and good luck sa pag-a-apply ninyo ng Korean visa. Kung ma-deny man kayo guys, huwag kayo mawala ng pag-asa, mag-apply na lang ulit. Maybe it's not the right time. Lagi ko nga sinasabi, Isaiah 60:22, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. So, kapag time yun ang ma-approve ng Korean visa, for sure, ma-approve kayo. So, good luck! Fighting! So, yun lang guys. Before I end this vlog, please follow me on my social media accounts. It's JM Vacation Facebook, at JM Vacation Instagram, and at JM.Vacation on TikTok. Kung nagustuhan nyo itong vlog na to, please pakilike nyo naman and subscribe kayo sa channel ko and hit that notification bell para ma-notify kayo every time na magkakaroon tayo ng bagong upload. Maraming salamat sa panonood and I'll see you on my next vlog. Bye!
Close to the sun.